All right, welcome back to Coffee Cafe. We are currently on our third week. We just actually finished up all the transactions on the 18th. So we are actually starting on the 19th right here. That's where we are, okay? So we finished 3 whole days of Coffee Cafe yesterday. So now let's go ahead and continue on. We are going to be hitting Wednesday now, June 19. So here we are finally delivering to Katie's Coffee Corner. Okay, so this is what her order was, right? That she ordered 15 pounds of coffee, 10 pounds of regular coffee, 20 coffee mugs, and here is her 50% down payment on delivery, so cash on delivery 50%. So here she wrote us a check for $109.53. So how am I going to journalize this transaction here? There's a lot of things that we have to cover in here, right? We have a sale. We also delivered to Katie, and we only require a 50% down, 50% payment at time of delivery. So how should I record this transaction?
Well, first, we got some cash that goes to checking,
Okay.
and then we also have her on the account for the other half of the payment.
Good. So what do we call that?
Account receivable.
Account receivable. Let's see. Account receivable. Here we are. Account number 11,000. Good, because she still owes me more money. So in this case, we are going to be recognizing an accounts receivable.
So she paid $109.53.
$109.53.
And she owes us $109.52.
Good. Okay.
And then for the credit, she bought us regular coffee.
Okay, so how are you gonna what account are you gonna be using for?
It's the I used the sales
Good.
of regular coffee.
Good. So in this case, we have the sales by the pound of the coffee, right? We got the regular coffee, the supreme coffee, and we also have the ceramic coffee mug. So in this case, starting with 4,050, 4,100, 4,150 for the sales. Okay, good. So sales, regular coffee. We got sales supreme coffee. And we also have the sales for the ceramic coffee mugs. Okay. Right?
And then for the sales of regular coffee, we just $49.35. And then we have $39.90 for the spring. And coffee mug was $99.80. And then we also add a delivery charge for the credit.
Okay, so in this case, what account do we use for the delivery?
There is delivery income account.
Good. Good. So 48,000 for delivery income.
And then it should it's debit equal credit for that amount.
So let's ensure that we didn't make any typos here by running our formula. Okay, so I got $219.05 on the left, $219.05 on the right. Good. Now in this case, why did I not charge this customer sales tax?
Because it's a wholesale and it's food.
Okay, yes for the wholesale, but food, no.
Okay.
Okay? So in this case, yes, we sold to them as a wholesaler, right? As in this shop right here, they are another coffee shop. So they're going to end up charging and collecting the sales tax from their customers for us. So in this case, we call that use tax, where you instead of collecting tax from this individual retail store, right? Because their sole purpose is they're going to end up reselling the product anyway, they're going to be collecting the tax from us for us anyway. So there's no need to collect double tax in this case. Right? So then what's my description? What should my description be?
I wrote delivery of the purchase, sales order 101.
In this case, is there a sales order number on here or an invoice number?
It's converted to invoice number right
Good,
now.
good. So in this case, you don't really need the sales order number on there. You just need the invoice number.
Okay.
So in this case,
It's invoice number 101 to Katie's Coffee Corner. And then we had a COD payment. And I checked number 412. And then the rest is net 5.
okay. Good. So what should we do next?
I would,
There's a lot that is linked to this transaction.
yeah, so I first of all made the sales order 101 delivered because I always forget.
Okay.
And it's on the same Excel page, so and then we don't have to do
It's
anything
not on
about
the
that.
same Excel. It's not on the same one. So on your journal is your purchase orders. Purchase orders and sales
Oh,
orders are not the same.
yeah, but okay, so I always forget that I do this one, so I always just mark it that I made a delivery.
Okay, perfect. So let's go to the sales order form.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
sales
it's on
order.
the-
There you go.
Yes.
First one right here, sales order. When did I deliver?
619.
I don't know why this happens. I converted all of them, but they're not saving their formats. Hit the wrong one. This one, and I want this one. And what was the invoice that we issued this person?
It's converted to 101 invoice.
Good. Right?
Yes.
What else?
And then since we are, so then I went to the customers.
Customers.
Yes. And go find the Katie's Coffee Coffee Corner.
There she is.
And then I typed in the information from the sales order.
Okay.
So invoice, so she So she bought regular coffee 15 pound, spring coffee 10 pound, and then ceramic mug 20 unit. And she paid a COD check number 412.
Okay. 20 mugs,
Yes.
50% COD. Check number 412.
Yes.
Okay.
And then invoice number is 101.
Do you remember what page number in the journal we are on? Excuse me.
Yes, it's 7.
And we're on 7.
Yes.
Excuse me.
With you.
Thank you. Okay.
And then term is 50% COD and net 5. So it's put her due date 24 June.
Okay, so let's see. Plus 5. So 5 days from now is 24th of June.
And then sales is 219.05.
Okay, no.
No?
Not for this one. So remember, in this case, this formula for accounts receivable, it's exactly identical to accounts payable, but the only difference is just the titles that are being labeled here. Okay? Now, if I were to run my formula and I said that she only owes me $102.52 or what 109.52, right?
Yes.
Where do I put the payment?
Oh, no, I said a 219.05.
Oh, 219.05. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I misheard then. Or I think I heard what you said, but did not register it. All right. And the payment?
Was 109.53.
So then again, the formula for this one is identical to the one for accounts payable. Only difference is instead of using invoice, you're using sales, right? So in this case, you're going to do sales amount minus your advance payments minus sales returns minus discounts and minus payments. So identical. So in this case, this person, Katie, owes me $109.52, which is correct. Right? This is what I billed her for. This is what she still currently owes me. Good.
And then I updated the commission expense.
Okay.
That I load date is June 19.
Mm-hmm.
And Katie Coffee Corner.
Okay.
And then invoice number 101.
Mm-hmm.
Sales amount was 219. Well, this is where I wasn't sure if I should include delivery charge, but I thought we shouldn't.
In this case, it's part of the entire sales amount. So
Okay.
because
So
again, the delivery charge, maybe that $30 actually does go to um, um, Albert, but in this case, that goes towards the gas money.
okay.
So in this case, the delivery charge, right, whether we give it to Albert or not, it's part of the total amount of sales that they're being collected. Yes.
Okay. And then so 40% of $219.05 is $87.62.
Okay.
So the total right now is $87.62.
Good.
And so I think we are done with this Excel book.
Okay.
So we are, and then I move on to the next one, which is the general ledger.
Okay.
And so for the asset, I love um, I love the one deposit of the sale of the day and of the check together. Should I separate them? Is it the good practice?
In this case, we do. Like I mentioned before, at the end of every single day. So at the end of our in-store sales, I have the person go run to the bank or the next following morning to make the deposit.
Okay.
So
So
that.
so
Go
it
ahead.
should be added one entry to the ledger there.
What do you mean?
Oh, instead of writing the like
You
June
record.
19th.
You record it in your journal regardless of whether you made a deposit or not. But the
Yeah.
idea is that is it really in your really in your bank? No, because you didn't make the deposit yet. So that's the thing about that you have to understand when you're recording from journal to ledger because that is a transaction that has happened. Yes, you did sell. Yes, you did make the money. However, you just didn't deposit the money.
Okay.
That's the only difference.
Okay.
hmm But in this case, you still made the sale. You still collected the money.
Yeah.
So
So it's the it's not in-store sale, so I don't know what the word would be. Just sale, it's good.
you could what was the proof of the transaction?
It's the sale of the coffee beans.
Mm,
The invoice 101?
invoice no 101 is perfect.
Okay.
Okay. What else was also proof? What was the check that Katie sent me?
Is 412.
Yes, that would be proof of a transaction right there too.
Okay. And yeah, it's still 7.
For how much money?
It's 109.53.
Good. So you should have $1,328.16 in your checking account. Okay.
And then we go down to the wholesale of coffees.
What do you mean?
So it's a regular coffee, not like medium coffee or anything.
What do you mean?
On the asset, we sell the regular coffee.
Now remember, how do you record your ledger?
Oh, so we go to the revenue.
Not yet.
No, yeah.
Okay, look at your journal. This is exactly what you journalized, right? What's the difference between the journal and the ledger?
The ledger is more in detail than journal.
Mm, elaborate. What do you mean by that? It's not just
Well,
more detail, but what is the real difference between the two?
The lecture gives us our balances all the time.
Good. So whatever you journalize in your journal, you
okay.
have to post it exactly identical to what you have in the journal. The only difference is you're going to get a running balance at all times,
Okay.
right? So whatever
Yeah.
you put in your journal is
Yeah.
going to be put exactly in your ledger. So if I journalize that I just put my checking account, which I just did, right?
Yeah.
What's after my checking account?
Oh, we have an account receivable.
Right, because Katie owes me money, right? She didn't
Yeah.
pay for the entire sale. She owes it to me on an account.
Yes.
Okay? So therefore, I have to create an accounts receivable account balance for Katie for all my
Yeah.
customers that who owe me on an account. So in this
Yes.
case, I've acknowledged that now I need to enter in all of these transactions one at a time. So in this case, I've already collected the 50% COD. Now I need
Yes.
to collect that she owes me money.
Yes.
So in this case, what kind of
So,
information would I have for my accounts receivable?
so it's an invoice 111
Good.
to Katie's Coffee Corner.
That's again. 101 is already good enough because you can pull up the invoice number at any given time.
Okay. And then it's on page 7. And then it's the debit of 109.52.
Good. Right, that's my account balance of what people owe me, all my customers that owe me. I currently have $109.52. So then what's
Okay.
next?
And so then now, let me go back to my journal. So now we go to the sales.
Now we go to sales. Okay, good.
And first is the sale of regular coffee.
Good, because we sold it by the pound, not by the cup. So in this case, how many pounds did we sell?
It's 15 pounds.
Good.
And then it's page 7. And then it is 49.35 in.
Well, you're right on the credit side.
Okay.
Okay. Now for this case, right? It's up to you what you want to put in here. If you think 15 is enough, that's up to you. If you want to be more descriptive about it, you could say this was invoice number 101, which sold 15 pounds. You could do that too. All right.
And then we move on to the next sales, which is Spring Coffee.
Okay.
And it's 19th. And then it's invoice 101. And it's 10 pound. And then it's credit, and then page 7. And credit of 39.90.
Okay.
And then one last sale, it's ceramic coffee mugs.
How many did you sell?
And it's 20 pieces. It's page 7, and total is $99.80.
So you have a grand total of $141.74 in
Yes.
your sales. Okay.
And then we also have to add the delivery income of $30 on the revenue.
Delivery income.
Yes. It's invoice 101, page 7, and it's $30 credit.
Good. All right, so you did the subsidiary ledger, which you filed for the customer account. We did the commissions already, and we updated the sales order. There's a couple more things that we have to still do.
And then and don't we need to update the inventory?
Before you do that, there's one more thing you have to do.
There's one more. Let me think. The journal.
We did the journal, we did the ledger, we did the subsidiary ledger, we did the commissions, we did the sales order.
Yes. I don't see what I'm missing.
What did you do with the check?
we need to update the bank deposit slip.
Okay,
The
yes.
entry.
Good. Just to make sure that we collected the money. That's all you need to do here is just to collect the money. So in this case, what is the receipt? It was check number
412.
412
Yes.
for how
And
much?
then $109.53.
Now, because I told you that we're not going to make a deposit till the end of the day, am I going to make my deposit now?
No.
No. But one thing that we have to do is we received a check, so we need to make sure that that does go into somewhere in our drawer, right? Remember, in
Yeah.
QuickBooks, we call this the undeposited funds, right? It's the same
Yeah.
idea. You need to have some kind of drawer to collect all the money until you wait to the very end of the day to go deposit. You're not going to take this check right now and go to run to the bank and make a deposit when at the end of the day you're going to make a deposit anyway, right? Because again, don't forget, there's only 3 of you on on staff right now, right?
Yeah.
And you have a grand opening. So in that case, that's also no bueno for the boss to just go out and run and do a deposit right then and there when they could do it after hours.
Yes.
Okay, so in this case, now we can move on to, what did you say? What was the last thing that we have to do?
We need to update the inventory so that we would know the cost of the goods sold.
Good, right? Because what did we sell?
We sold the coffee beans.
Yes, we did. We sold it by the pound. So in this case, we need to calculate our cost of goods sold. So here I am in my inventory worksheet.
Yes.
Okay, how many pounds of regular coffee did I actually sell?
15 pounds.
We sold 15 pounds at what cost per item?
Uh, 1.60938.
Good. Okay, so that will give me a grand total of how much? Total cost of goods sold.
I got 24.14.
Good, right? It's pretty much similar to the one that we just did earlier. Now in this case, now that I got 14, I need to update my inventory. So in this case, how many pounds do I have left remaining? If I sold 15.
210.
210. Okay. Same thing with the total cost. If I started out with $362.11 and I just sold 24.14, how much should I have left?
33797.
Good. And in this case, right, because I put my formula in the middle, that will always give me my average cost, right? It will take my 337.97 divided by the 210. My average cost per item right now, see, it has increased by 20 thousandth of a penny. Okay. So if I were to sell 1,000 of those units, that extra penny you would probably lose $1 out of that. Okay. So I'm gonna black this out. Okay, because I don't need to see that because right now I'm worried about what I have available on hand, which is $2.10 at $1, 609,381. Okay. Okay. Good. So then what about my Supreme coffee?
We sell the 10 pound.
We sold 10 pounds.
Yes.
Now what costing method are we using?
It's the perpetual.
Perpetual is tracking method, costing method.
Oh, FIFO.
FIFO. So in this case,
FIFO.
what's the rules of FIFO?
We are selling the first batch first.
Okay, so at what price, at what cost per item?
It's 1.8.
It's right now currently $1.80. Good. So in this case, what is 10 times 1.8?
$18.
$18. So in this case, I need to update my inventory. Right? I no longer have 94 because I sold 10. So how much should I have left?
£84.
Good. 84 pounds. Okay, now because I have my setup where I take the quantity times the cost to equal my total cost. So then my total cost is always going to be changing. But if you want to triple verify that you did the math right, or in this case, Excel did the math right, let's take a look. We started out 169.20 and we just sold $18. Should you have $151.20? Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct. Okay. So now that we have this information, right, we sold $18 worth, we sold $18 worth of Supreme Coffee and we sold $24.14 worth of regular coffee. So how do I journalize this?
Yeah, we have a cost of goods sold,
Mm-hmm.
regular coffee, and then cost of goods sold Supreme Coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and then we take the regular coffee inventory
Mm-hmm.
and the Supreme Coffee inventory.
Good. So in this case, I already have a journal that looks just like that, right?
Yes.
For 24.14 for the first one and 18 for the second one. And that's what we took out from our inventory. Okay. Now, question for you, right? Since you weren't here yesterday,
Yes.
what about my ceramic coffee mugs?
It's a periodic inventory,
Good.
so we don't do the cost of goods conversion until the end of the accounting period.
Excellent. So in this case, we don't even need to care about the coffee mugs. All we care about is our perpetual inventory, which is our regular and supreme coffee. Good. Excellent. So then what would be my description for this?
In-store coffee use.
Now in this case, this isn't in store. We sold to Katie, right?
So it's the sorry. So we still use the invoice 111.
Yes, you could do that. So like I'm gonna write sold to, who did you sell these to?
Katie's Coffee Corner.
Good. In case for any reason that Katie decides to come back at us and say, no, I changed my mind. I tried the coffee. It's not that great. So I'm going to refund 10 pounds of the regular coffee, right? So in this case, at least we make it a note that in our notes that we sold to Katie by the pound. So therefore, we can accept refunds if they are trying to return the product back to us. Okay? All right. Good. So what's after journalizing?
So we now update journal ledgers.
Yes. Okay. So in this case, cost of goods sold.
And it's can we just write the 15 pounds?
I'm going to be more specific and said I sold it.
Oh, okay. So
That way,
we know
that way
we
you,
can-
that way you could tell the difference right before, but between using it in store,
Okay, or
and versus actually selling it through, being a wholesaler, selling it by the pound. Okay.
okay.
For how much?
It was 24.14.
Yes. Okay, whatever's in your journal, you're going to copy it into your ledger. Okay, so that means currently in my cost of goods sold for the regular coffee, how much is there? $64.28 worth of coffee that we have got rid of. Okay. What about the Supreme coffee?
We sold 10 pounds for $18.
Okay. giving you a total of $73.80 worth that you have used or sold. Okay.
Yes.
Here we are, inventory for my regular coffee.
Yes. So it's sales to Katie's Cafe, or sold 15 pounds.
Okay.
And then same 24.14.
On the credit side.
Yes.
So how much did you have left?
339.97.
Good. And does that match your inventory worksheet? Yes,
Yes.
it does. Okay. Last one, Supreme Coffee.
Yes. Sold 10 pounds for $18.
So you should have 379.70. Is that true? $379.70. Yes. So good. All right. And that is it for that one transaction. See, so this one, because we're dealing with the customer, right? There's a lot that has to go through updating everything, whether it's inventory, you have to update their profile, you have to update Albert's commissions. There's a lot that has to deal with this particular customer. Right? Good. All right. So then let's see what has happened next, right? We end up purchasing from restaurant supplies, right? We needed more coffee cups. All right. So here is the receipt, right? You went at 8 o'clock in the morning to go grab some coffee cups, right? So how do I journalize this transaction here? Okay. What did I buy? What did I buy from restaurant supplies?
They are the paper cups for in-store use, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we had the same transaction before.
Okay. How would I journalize this though?
Um, there's a inventory called the medium coffee cups and large coffee cups. So
Not
those
it,
are
not
for
inventory.
Oh,
It's business supplies.
Yes, correct.
Oh.
Business supplies. Okay. There you go. Medium coffee cups, large coffee cups, and how did we pay for it?
Visa payable.
Visa payable. So this one here, exact identical transaction. Only difference is we didn't buy 1,000 cups. We bought how many?
Twice more.
We bought twice as much. So in this case, right, so let me go ahead and pop that into my journal here. Okay, so we bought twice as much, right? We bought 2,000 coffee cups of their medium coffee cups and then 2,000 of the large coffee cups. So in grand total, 4,000. Now the price units are still the same. They're still 5 cents for the medium and then 7.5 for the large. So in this case, let's take a look. How much is going to go in towards the medium coffee cups and how much is going to go towards the large coffee cups? Okay, so if we bought 2,000 of the medium coffee cups at 5 cents each, right, that gave me a total of $100, while purchasing 2,000 of the large cups gave me a total of $150, giving me a total of $250. But I got charged tax. What do I do with the tax?
So you multiply each subtotal
Okay.
by 8.25%.
Okay, good. So $100 and 150, right? You got okay. So you got $8.25.
Yeah. So total is $108.25.
Okay. Now in this case, right, if you already know that much, then you can just take the difference from the grand total and you'll get the same exact answer, right? You don't really need to have to do the second one just to get your penny straight in this case, right? So in this case, you got 108.25 cents for the regular, for the medium. And then you can go ahead and take the difference. So this was 270 63 minus 108.25 to get the difference of 162.38. And that will give you the same answer of 270.63. Okay? So again, that's another quick and easy way to do it. If you already are set in stone with finding out one sales tax, you could just figure out the other one by just taking out the difference of the grand total. And it's much easier instead of having to calculate both of them and figuring out where to put the penny or something like that. Okay? So in this case, right, sales receipt. $59.42. And you bought how many cups?
4,000.
4,000 cups. Okay. Okay, so now that I finished my journal and I finished page 7, so that means the next transaction, I can move on to the page 8. So where do I need to go next?
We need to go to the sub ledger. No, general ledgers.
Okay. Okay, so business supplies. Here we are, medium coffee cups. She did 2,000. 2,000 cups at
5%. And tax was $8.25.
So how much in grand total cups do you have for the medium?
162.37.
162.37. Good. Then let's go ahead and update the large coffee cups.
Yes.
Okay. You purchased 2,000 cups.
At 77.5 cents. And tax was $12.38. And page 7. And 162.38 is the debit.
Are you sure it's $12.38? For 162, what was it?
Well, total was 162.38, and the
Okay.
cup itself was $150.
Yes. Okay, so in this case, how much in grand total?
I have 243.57.
243.57. Good.
And then we need to update the Visa payable. I said 2,000 paper cups.
We want
Oh,
more
4,000.
than 4,000. Yeah.
4,000.
$270.63. Okay, so what's next?
We update the sub ledgers for the vendor that we bought 4,000 cups from the restaurant supply.
Okay, restaurant supplies.
So we purchased 2,000 medium cup. And it's $108.25. And then 2,000 large cup, 162.38. And then we have have a sales receipt. It's 005942.
Okay.
And then on page 7 on general ledger, general journal.
Mm-hmm.
And total was $270.63, and we paid the same amount.
Good. So you only owe what is ever on account. Good. So in case we need to return those cups for any reason, maybe they're cracked, maybe they, I don't know, something happened to the cups. Okay. So, awesome. Okay. So again, we are done with page 7. So we are now on page 8 of our journal. Okay. And let's see what has happened next. Here it says that we are going to pay Silver State Electrical for using, using check number. So we're going to pay Silver State Electrical. What do we do when we have to pay a vendor? Right now, we need to pay Silver State Electrical and we need to use a check to pay them.
We go to the sub ledgers.
Okay.
And then vendors pay Silver State Electrical.
So let's
and
see.
Make sure that it's on the account payable.
Yes. Here you go. Silver State Electrical. Right? Right now it's currently on the accounts payable account. That's correct. So how much do I owe?
Full amount $10.70.
We owe $10.70. Okay, how am I going to pay?
With check, as it says.
Okay, good.
And we go check register in order to cut the check and get the check number.
Okay, good. So today's the 19th. Two.
Silver State Electrical. And then it's payment for invoice 3351.
Okay, so what's my check number?
It's 1520.
1520. Okay. So what information do I need?
I said Silver State Electrical. And then I write wiring outlet.
Okay.
And the invoice 3351. And check number 1520.
Good.
And since we had sub-ledger open,
Mm-hmm.
we just make another entry to show that we paid for that invoice.
Okay, so I'm going to use yellow again to represent this is what we're paying. Note.
I'd write check number 1520 and the invoice number 3351. It's on page 8.
Yep, we're on the new general journal page.
And then skip all the way to the payment and then write 1070. Yeah. And then make the balance 0.
Yep.
And then we go back to general ledger. And then we update the account payable on the liability.
Mm-hmm. Here we are, accounts payable.
Right, payment for invoice 3351. Check number 1520, yeah. And then page 8. And then it is debit, yeah. So it reduces the amount.
Okay. So now your account payable balance is now went from $17,000 to $16,087.99.
And then we go to the asset and we need to update the checking. And then I simply write check number 1520. And page 8. And then 1070.
So you should have $258.16 left. Okay. So actually, I'm gonna pause here for a minute and go on a quick break.